All right. What's going on? All right. So after a little bit of a problem with our startup, welcome to day 2 of the Michigan GT 2023. We have a really exciting matchup for you today. It is Gabriel Kobaugh playing Meat Fist Ogre Maw Tribes versus Stephen Wilbur playing Avangori Soulblight Gravelords. They're both 3-0 lists right now, so this is going to be top tables for today, and hopefully we'll have a championship match next. So we're going to get these guys on. We're going to let them go through all their things. You'll see our the list down in the chat, so be ready for those. And then we'll give it over to the players to start off, and we'll see you shortly for a little bit of commentary when we get some.
Okay, so
alright.
This.
So I guess I drop first. You want to just get started?
Yeah, let's do it, buddy.
Alright. Hey, good luck.
Yeah, let's have a great game.
Yeah, for sure.
I will place my faction train first, though.
Okay.
You place your grave sites?
Grave sites, yeah, we gotta roll for that.
Yeah.
Although it never matters, but 5.
Yeah. Well, yours are points, so I don't think I really have to pay attention to yours when I place my Maw Pot.
I'm putting tokens on underneath I've got custom grave sites here, but just so you're not afraid to move them if you have to, I'm putting tokens underneath them so you can stand on top.
Gotcha. I love the custom grave sites.
My grand strategy is to control more grave sites, if you're curious.
Okay. My grand strategy is to have more units wholly within your territory than you do at the end of the game.
Yeah, you have to take what's theirs.
Yeah. Control of grave sites is established within 3 inches?
I think so. I can double check. Alright. Grave sites are down.
Okay. So your Vampire Lord and Zombie Dragon is the one with Infinite Rend, and your Terrorgeist is the one that does 6 more wounds on 6 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got 3 Rend on the Maw. She's got the Vangorian Lord and Laukavaya have Rending 2 on their good weapons too.
Yeah.
They have pretty good Rend.
Okay, so the Maw Pot's placed, and I'll let you drop first.
Okay. Let me just check that Grand Strat for you.
What would it be, an FAQ? Or is it controller?
It says they're controlled in the same way as
terrain?
Objectives.
Oh, so within 6 inches.
It's within 6, but if I leave them, I don't control them anymore.
But that's like terrain.
I mean, it says control over grave sites is determined in the same way as the control of an objective. However, unlike objectives, grave sites do not remain under your control if there are no longer any friendly models contesting them. Okay. So it makes it both.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. So I'm dropping first. Pot's right there.
So we're 22 inches apart? That's half the board?
Yeah. 22 inches apart. Alright, I'm dropped for my first one.
Okay. You can tell me faster. Movement speed.
14. So the Vangorian loads are 12. 14 on the Terrorgeist, 14 on him, 14 on the bats.
Okay. 14 and 12. Gotcha.
Yep, basically. Necromancer's 5, if you care.
He's just following all like, no, come back!
Pretty much.
What's he in the list for?
Just to have a locus in case, because I didn't know battle plans coming into it, and I wasn't sure if I would need one.
Is he, what spell is he now?
Hoarfrost.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Mawpot's also impassable, by the way.
Okay, good to know. I fly, so. Fellbats can retreat and charge if you're not familiar with them so much.
Okay.
They deal 2 damage on the attack. 4s and 4s, 3 attacks each. If they kill a model, they get +1 attack for the rest of the game.
Nice.
And there doesn't seem to be a rule that stops it from stacking. So.
Yeah, no, it's supposed to stack.
Yeah.
There's a couple models like that.
And they all have the hunger too, which is its own thing.
Okay, so my first drop is the Tyrants, the Noblars, and the Gorgers in reserve.
Tyrants, Nobblers, Gorgers, and reserve.
Yep, and I'm going to put these markers out just so you can visually see what 6 inches from the Noblars is, because that triggers their 4 out for D3 mortals.
Oh, okay.
And that's any move.
Yeah, any move. So charge, pile in.
Retreat, everything.
Yeah, I got him.
I was in round 2, and I had an 9th player, and he did some shooting with all of his big guys on my Noblar screen, and they were strung out like this. And I pulled the Noblars so that there was 2 over here, 1 over here, 12 inches apart. And he was just like, what? I'm like, yeah, Noblar trap. Noblar traps.
Yeah, there you go. Alright. Let's do drop 2. So these two units of skeletons underground.
Yep.
That's it.
They can pop out in the gravesite within...
wholly within 12 of the gravesite out of 9 of you.
Okay. But on your turn they can pop up outside of 6?
No, so that's a different rule. So for
sub-faction?
No. So for slain models, for slain units, I can bring them back on your turn or my turn. On my turn, I can bring them back outside of 3 of you. On your turn, it's outside of 9 of you.
Okay.
And I got to roll a 4 up to do that, or a 3 up on my turn.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I was thinking about something else. Can you repeat that? I'm sorry.
That's okay. Yeah. So that rule is if a slain unit, summonable unit, at the end of the movement phase, I can roll a die on a 4 up. I bring them back by a gravesite. If it's during my turn, it's outside of 3 of you. If it's during your turn, it's outside of 9.
Okay. Gotcha.
And it's a 3 up on my turn to get it, and a 4 up on your turn to get it.
Okay. Alright, I'll place the rest of my stuff.
Cool.
So my intent is to place everybody within 12 of this guy. Because he has the 12-inch bubble of -1 to hit.
Okay. That -1 to hit, isn't that only if you cast a spell?
Yes, if you successfully resolve the spell.
Got it. Sorry, you probably just said that, but
Yeah, you're fine.
I was thinking about something else too.
No 3d6 charge, no run and charge.
No run charge, nope. Just fast, but honestly fast. Not, no shenanigans there.
Well, I will tell you, and I don't mean this with any sort of malice, but Soulblight Gravelords has a lot of tools.
Oh, agreed.
It's a very strong book.
Yeah, definitely. No argument there. When I started like the hobbying portion of this army, waiting for today, my list shrank 3 times because of all the updates and stuff, like the point increases and whatnot.
Oh boy.
But like, I'm not even mad because the army's so good, like it needed to happen.
Yeah, no, I get you. Also have the Grave Tide.
Oh, you all set? Okay.
I'm just giving it the last look over.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Where do you hail from?
I am from Roseville, of Michigan.
Yeah.
I don't know if are you from out of state or?
No, I'm Sterling Heights.
Oh, there you go. We're right by each other.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I just haven't seen you at Gatekeeper or Guild of Blades.
Yeah, I don't usually play at
Like the weekly nights.
like game stores. I basically just play in my buddy's basement.
Nice. That's If you have the space for it, that's great.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we have a local meta of all of like 4 people, mostly just 3.
Nice.
So yeah, I don't get out to gaming stores very often.
Yeah,
but I'm also closest to Eternal Games though, location-wise.
Do they have play space?
They do. They actually have a very good play space for it.
And where are they?
They're at Hoover and 12 Mile, 13 Mile, something around there.
Okay, yeah. Basically, every game store in existence is 20 to 30 minutes away from me. 25 minutes away.
That's unfortunate.
That means I can go anywhere.
That's true.
I have to drive 25 minutes to get anywhere, but
Yeah. That's good. Welcome by in here. You have no teleporting, right? Yeah.
no teleporting, but I do have the Gorger in reserve. You can drop anywhere outside of 9.
Right. I'm not particularly spooked by that guy.
6 wounds on a 6-up save, average damage of 1?
Yeah.
How can you not be?
He's got a nice ability, shutting off rally and inspiring presence is good.
That's a red herring. That never happens.
Oh, well.
Because he has to be in combat or close to combat, and if he is, he's dead, so...
That's true.
Yeah.
I guess. I suppose my last placement here doesn't matter all that much. You're going to make me go first anyway.
What?
Let's be real. Come on now.
Hey! Anything could happen.
Alright. Whoop.
Okay.
Oh! It's all falling apart. Okay. We're good unless you want me to move this base so that it's more flat, but I don't...
No, you're fine.
Okay.
My guys are kind of doing the same thing, climbing the tree roots.
Yeah, I'm good.
So all placed, and yes, you will be going first.
I figured. Okay. Let me get my cards real quick. Like I said, I'll just completely forget if I don't have constant reminders of what my stuff does.
Totally.
All right. So I'm outside of 30 of your wizard with Lauka Vi. And within 30, and probably within 30. That's fine.
Okay.
All right, primal dice?
Yep. Nope.
No.
Okay.
All right. Cool. All right, well, good luck again.
Yeah, let's have a good game. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. All right, for battle tactic, we did primal dice already, so good battle tactic.
Just to refresh my memory, the player going second
Gets 2 spells.
No, they pick a phase. They can choose to disrupt a phase.
That's true. Yeah, we should figure that out.
At the start of each battle round.
Yep.
Choose a command. So I pick the player going second picks the phase at the start of the turn.
Yes.
At the start of the round. Okay. On battle round 1, I will choose to disrupt the shooting phase.
That makes sense. All right. I'll pick magical dominance for my battle tactic. All right. Heroic action. I'll just get a command point with Lakabai.
Okay.
I don't know where that dice went.
This guy's a caster too?
She is a caster, yes.
I will choose heroic willpower with this tyrant.
Okay.
Did you lose a dice?
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much.
Nice. So yeah, unbind on this guy.
Okay, cool. Lakabai is going to go for a spell. She's going to cast Mystic Shield.
Sure.
Goes off on 7.
Okay.
She's going to Mystically Shield. Probably my zombie dragon. That's fine. Alright. Okay, that'll be it for my spells.
Okay. Tactic established.
And I will move on to the movement phase. I'm sorry, did you get a command point or not? I guess it doesn't matter.
I did heroic willpower.
Oh, you did heroic willpower. That's correct. Sorry.
There you go.
I'm so used to people getting command points. I have 2. I don't have a convenient place to put mine. So.
I'll also be tracking them over here, so we can compare notes.
That's fine. There we go. Okay. Movement phase. Hey, beautiful. There we go. There we go. All right. These guys got a 14 move. They can go all day. I'm just going to move up a little bit, though.
Sure. Do they count as 1 model each? Or 2?
1. They're only 3 wounds.
Gotcha.
And those are Fell Bats, not Chaos Furies. They've had a head swap. That makes them count as different models, right?
They're very good.
Thank you.
I always love head swaps. It's a very simple way of totally revitalizing a model.
Yeah, those are ghoul heads with the eyes drilled out and the ears cut off. So.
Oh, nice. Pin drill?
Yeah, just drilled them out. Yeah.
Nice.
I had them all. I had the ears and eyes there, but they looked like flying monkeys, and I did not want that. So
you're not from the generation that was terrified by the Wizard of Oz?
No, I'm not.
My parents are just like, we live in fear of those flying monkeys.
Yeah, not so much. Trying to keep them an inch away from each other.
Sure.
Whatever. We'll just bunch them up. That's fine. Larkavai's gonna run. 18. Necromancer's gonna run. 7. And then end of the movement phase, I'm going to bring in some skeletons.
Sure.
Normally I would do the movement tray here, but
Are those the old skeleton models?
They are, yeah.
Now this is a deep cut, but have you ever seen, it's an old Hollywood movie called Jason and the Argonauts?
Heard of it, never seen it.
So they're one of the first movies to have like stop motion animation spliced in with people.
Oh yeah?
And they had skeletons that were like herky-jerky and they looked terrible, but it was revolutionary at the time.
Okay.
So that's what
That's what they look like?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like the classics, like these scopes, they look good. The new ones obviously look better, but
they look
not
crisper
enough.
and more professional, but they don't necessarily have the same flavor.
Yeah, basically is kind of what I was thinking too. And then another unit here. Sorry, I just don't want to get backdoored by that 3d6.
3d6?
Your monster section.
Oh, sure.
Alright.
Okay.
That's it for me?
Cool.
5-point turn?
Yep. 1, 2, 4.
Alright, well if you got it, that's
yeah. I'm writing it down all over here and
okay.
Feel free to look over and verify.
Sure.
Okay. So you pass turn, you go up to 3 command points, I go up to 4.
Yes.
Let's roll for primal die. Nope.
Yes.
Okay, so 1 primal magic die. We're going to go with Intimidate the Invaders.
It's an easy one?
Well, it puts me right in your face, so we'll see.
Oh, that's what you want. Where you want to be, right? I mean,
it is not where I want to be, actually. Oh God! It's like, well, we can't just give up our tactic turn one.
Whoa, you right? Yep. That happened to me too.
No Noblars were harmed in the making of this battle report.
There you go. All right.
Except for all the ones that died. Okay, so that's our tactic. We're gonna go with Intimidate. Vengorian Lord, I couldn't find their War Scroll on the app. What are they called on the app?
Vengorian Lord?
Yeah.
They're just called
right
Vengorian Lord, yeah.
Right there. Look past it before.
Yeah, it's
300 point model. And these guys have 3 wounds apiece, you said?
3 wounds apiece.
On a what save?
No, 6-up save.
Okay, we're going to go cheeky.
I like cheeky.
We are going to, our heroic action will be finest hour on this tyrant.
Okay. On that specific tyrant?
On that specific tyrant.
Is he, I'm assuming your general is the big boy, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
The biggest boy.
So that's just a tyrant. What's the reach on your tyrant's weapons?
2-inch, I think, on everything, because that's just how tyrants, all ogres roll.
Okay.
But let me double check. 2 inches on everything, yeah.
Okay. I'll just do, I'll go for a command point, I suppose.
Okay.
We'll get it with Alkavai again. Nope.
Okay.
I don't know why I bothered.
Alright, so let's begin with casting. First, the Slaughter Master is going to reach into his pot.
Okay.
See what he pulls out. He pulls out a mortal wound for himself.
Yeah, I was going to say, you eat something bad.
Bad meat. Okay. Firebelly is going to attempt Billowing Ash.
Billowing Ash.
We're next to the mop pot, so we get it with a 7. And
with a 9, you mean?
Magic guy, right?
With a 9, you mean?
Yeah, with a 9. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah, we'll throw our primal magic guy at it.
Okay. 12?
12.
13?
13.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. Next up, the Slaughter Master is going to attempt to cast. Oh, and I do have the second, because I'm going second. The second cast is going to be on him. I forgot to say that.
True.
So he will have an additional cast, and he will use that to cast Hoarfrost.
Okay.
We do not get it.
Okay.
And then he will cast Mystic Shield.
Sounds good.
With a 6.
I'll go for that. With Alkavai, I guess. Got it.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. Moving to movement. We're going to start by 6ing the run roll on the Noblars. They move 5, so they're going 11.
Sounds good.
Alright, as the ogres go to movement, we're just here to remind you that the Highground Gaming crew has a tournament coming up in December, December 2nd at Gatekeeper Games in Berkeley, Michigan. It is going to be a 3-round, 1-day tournament. It is the Holiday Bash put on by Highground Gaming. You can find that on Best Coast Pairings. Spots are going fast, so make sure you sign up soon. Thank you again for joining us for round 4. We are with a 3-0 matchup here between Avangori, Soulblight Gravelords, and Meat Fist Ogre Maw Tribes. The battle plan today is lines of communication, so there is a benefit to going second today. Going second, you're allowed to pick a phase, and whenever your opponent issues a command in that phase, in either turn, you're able to roll a dice and potentially disrupt by causing them to spend one more command point to do so. So this could play a big factor in this game, but it really is going to come down to what phase you pick and what commands are available in that phase. Shortly here, we're going to have Sean, the captain of Team America, back to give a little commentary. Being such a good, as my last outing building a list for Soulblight was so great, as Sean can attest, and you can see on a previous battle report on our channel. I'm going to let Sean Clark take the Soulblight commentary, although I am the gut lord of the Highground team. We're going to save a little bit of the ogre stuff for when it's not his turn, and we can kind of talk about that without causing any kind of issues, because we're really close to the table. So thanks again for joining us, and we'll be back with you soon for more commentary with Sean Clark from Team America.
And you're like...
Oh, it's for my... Yeah, your aura?
Yeah, the aura of if you move.
Got it.
Okay. These guys are going to run.
Okay.
5, they go 8, so they go 13.
Yep.
And they're going to end outside of 3 of the front line. Outside of my territory. The Tyrant is... Can he get out with just his movement? Yes, so he is going to come outside our territory with a normal move. Here. The Firebelly is going to does have a shooting attack, but he's not in range, so he's going to just make a run roll and get outside.
Okay.
Slaughtermaster is going to run, and he goes 8 plus 3 is 11. Guy's going to come up a little bit more. Still staying outside of 3 of the front, but leaving 4 inches between him and the maw pot. This guy is going to right here.
Okay.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units out. This guy is going to move up 8. He didn't successfully cast the spell, right? No.
No, I went for Hoarfrost and...
Yeah, Mystic Shield, which is unbound. Frost Lord is going to move 14 inches.
Okay.
And right here.
Sure.
These Gluttons are going to run. And they're just going to squeak outside of our territory. Over here. And then the Iron Guts are just going to move up like this. and with movement.
All right.
So both of the Tyrants have a dinky little pistol.
Oh, yep. What are you going to shoot at?
I guess we'll shoot at those bats with this guy.
Okay.
2 attacks, 4s and 3s, 1 red. Okay, we're done there. And that Tyrant will shoot at those guys, those bats. Okay,
not so much.
We're done there. So now we're going to the charge phase.
Yep.
And we will like to charge with that Tyrant.
Okay. Six probably won't do it for you.
Yeah.
I got a 6er.
Yeah. We'll spend a command point and reroll that.
Okay.
Okay.
What else are you going to use the command points on, right?
Yeah, pretty much. We'll make a run roll, or we'll make a charge roll with the Frost Lord.
Alright.
8. So he has +1 on his War Scroll, so that's a 9-inch charge.
I don't know if you'll get it if you got a banana around the...
Oh,
Maybe. Probably, actually.
So it's like 8 inches if you kind of curve around a little bit, and we have the 1 on his War Scroll. Let me look up the Vangorian Lord again. Ten wounds on a 3-up with a 6-up ward?
6-up ward, and she worsens your rend by 1.
Oh, that's what she does?
Yep.
Okay.
She and Malkavai both do it.
Gotcha.
As long as you're within 3.
And this...
All right, and we're back with Sean Clark from Team America. Sean, this is an interesting battle, or an interesting mission, right? We have a really weird mechanic where you can cost more command points for your opponent on the things they like to do. What kind of role do you think that's going to play in the game we're watching today?
Yeah, it's really interesting, right? Because you pick one phase, right, in this mission. I think typically most people just pick the combat phase unless there's a really, really niche reason why you wouldn't. A lot of armies spend a lot of CP in the combat phase, right? A lot of attack, a lot of defense. Mm-hmm. So I think it makes players be more judicious with their command points. So I think some armies, care less than others. Yeah. Armies that get a lot of CP or armies that have a lot of abilities that allow them to issue commands without CPs being spent, right? Those armies can do really well in this mission.
So, just a question: if let's say Iron Jaws, right? We're issuing Mighty Destroyers. Yeah. You can make the first one cost 2 because they have to spend it the first time. Then the additional times, wouldn't that cost 1 if you rolled it?
Yeah, that's right. So the way it works is if you have a command that's issued for free, without a command point being spent, you would still make the 3-up roll. And if you make the roll, that then costs 1 instead of 0.
Okay, that
so
makes
you
sense.
would still make all of those rolls. So it's, more chances to roll the dice, but that's an interesting case where maybe you would want to choose the hero phase if you're playing against Iron Jaws. Yeah. You don't want them to get that triple Mighty Destroyers, but this game's exciting, right? Avangori versus Meat Fist on one of the top tables. I think there's 11 or 12 3-0s coming into day 2.
There's quite a few. So we picked. Try to pick an interesting one for everybody at home. Looks like we got that Frost Lord in on the charge.
Yeah, I was
right away.
I was just walking around the hall watching some of the other games, and I came back over to this table and saw what I thought I would see, which is a bunch of stuff crammed in the middle. Right, you've got this mission where there's 3 objectives across the middle, right in the middle of the board, and 2 armies that's kind of where they want to be anyway, right?
This is a really I'm not a Soul Blight player, so this is a really interesting list to me.
Yeah.
There's 4 units of 3 fell bats.
Yep.
And it's really about triggering that ability that when a unit dies, you can just fight. Yeah. Right. So
I think so. I think the other reason that they're in the list probably is for battle tactics. I mean, they can fly around the board. It's an easy surround. Can make Intimidate easy as well if you get them out of your zone. So I think they just give flexibility to the list. They can also, when they die, they can pop up on gravesites and be annoying.
Yeah.
I like it. I think they're a nice addition. Of course, Avangori are all about the monsters too as well, right? So he's got Lauka, a standard Vengo Lord, and a Dragon, it looks like, on the list.
Yep, so he's got the Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon. He's got a Terrorgeist, Lucavi, and a Vengorian Lord.
Wow, okay, good.
So he's running the whole gamut here. And then we got 2 units of Death Rattle Skeletons kind of blocking off the back just in case. You know, just I think really good deployment on the part of the Soulblight player, not committing too hard any one place, but still having a lot of threats kind of everywhere you need to be.
Yeah, I'm assuming that so Soulblight player went first, scored his 5. I'm assuming the Ogre player kind of gave him that top of 1. So I think that's the right play from the Soulblight. Just do as little as you can to get your 5 points and walk away. Right, we talked about this a little bit yesterday during Game 3. Get your 5 points because he's looking at an Ogre list that puts out a fair bit of damage, mortals on the charge, things like that, and they're up for a double. Right, so he needs to get his 5 points. Don't commit too much and let the game sort of play out. You know, a lot of games can get lost quickly when players overcommit in the beginning, and the game never happens. So I think it's wise from the Soulblight player. Score his 5, move on. Make the Ogre player commit to one side of the board or the other, or just go up the middle, which it looks like he's doing here, and kind of see where the game goes from there. But it should be a fun matchup.
The not-so-secret tech in this Ogre list, I think, is the Nobblers, right?
Okay.
They're going to be those...
I'm not an Ogre player. I'll let you talk about
so they're going to, every time you move within 6, you're going to trigger those traps.
What's the roll on it?
A 4-up,
yeah.
For D3 mortal wounds.
That's pretty good,
but
it's
every time somebody moves within 6. And they're going to have to get close.
Yep.
But he's jammed.
So he's got one big long stream of Nobblers here.
Yep. 20 Nobblers in a unit at 120 points. It's just a really good unit.
Yep.
So you just throw them right up in the middle where you want to be.
Sure.
Let your opponent come near.
Sure.
And then if they decide to abandon it, you have 20 models on an objective. That's hard to shove.
Yeah.
Right. They're not a tanky unit.
Right.
They're like
they die.
Rat tank.
They'll proc a few mortals. They're a nice screen. They do their job.
I mean, the fear, I think, for the Soulblight player is going to be these Iron Guts, the Gluttons.
Yeah.
You know, there's Hoarfrost in the list. We can make them even killier. They're already pumping out a lot of attacks.
Yeah.
Just sheer weight of dice.
Just a lot of damage streams too, right? The charge mortals, combat damage.
Yep. And then that Frost Lord bringing down major mortals.
Oh yeah, he can bring a lot of pain.
The Rockhard Horns is one of the best attack lines in the game, I think.
Also, one of the best names of an attack line in the game, Rockhard Horns.
It actually makes sense. Yeah. You know, you gotta love when the thematic things actually do what they're supposed to do. As the resident gut lord for Highground Gaming, I'm the Ogres player, so
Why does your jersey not say that? See, resident gut lord. That's your next one.
That's right. This is my big name.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, your big name.
So, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Priority into 2, I think is going to matter a lot.
When I walked by, the Soulblight player got his 5. When I walked by, I noticed the Ogre player chose Intimidate for his tactic. So in this mission, that's a gimme. So I can't retell at all who's got the middle point. So I'm not sure if he's going to get 4 or 5.
I'm going to assume.
But it looks like the Ogre player has the 2 flank ones anyway, so he shouldn't matter. He should get his 5.
Well,
is the Frost Lord here coming around the
Frost
edge?
Lord's on the end. So he's definitely got the one over by the Vengorian
side,
Lord.
Right?
Yeah, the Frost Lord's definitely got that objective.
And this one I can't tell because the clear rings are great, but they're not great for the stream. They're really great for the players.
Yeah,
makes the stream hard to tell kind of what's on there.
We tried to get at least the center marked out so we know where the objectives
are. Yeah.
But the big thing with Ogres is we just count for more.
Yeah.
Right.
No,
like our monsters are 10, our heroes are 5. And any like regular unit is worth 2, except for the Nobblers, they're worth 1 because they're just Nobblers. But it's going to be, and with the new there's a new terrain piece now. They just did the pre-order for the Warcry set with all the new Gorger models.
Oh, I love those models. I love those models.
They're so good. And if you're Cities fans, those dogs, how can you go wrong?
Yeah.
But there's a new terrain piece. It's the Maw Pit instead of the Maw Pot. So,
I think they showed that on the preview video.
Yeah.
I forget which. Maybe it was Nova. One of the previews showed it.
Yeah.
What does it do?
We don't know yet.
Okay.
Or at least I haven't seen what it does yet. But the hope is it does something more than the Maw Pot. Like the heal is great.
Doesn't do much. Yeah.
But to give it in any list that has monsters, you're just risking giving it away.
Yeah.
If you put it too far forward,
just get smashed.
in the hope that you can refill it later. But hopefully the new rules on the maul pit will be attractive, and we can see what that goes. But in this match, I think the in-combat heal is going to matter quite a bit.
Yeah, he's got it as far forward as he could, it looks like. This is a mission where the territories are only 11 up, so he put it, I guess, as far forward as he could. But it looks like he's got it positioned to cover his right objective and the middle. So that kind of almost gives away, to a certain extent, to the Soulblight player where he's thinking about fighting, right? So the Soulblight player should be able to kind of take his right objective, the left one on the screen, on our screen, with minimal commitment, I think, just given how the Ogre player is sort of set up here. This big unit of... Are those Gutbusters there? Or
so right in the middle there, just below the Nobblars, is going to be that unit of 6 Gluttons. And then it looks like we have another one.
Gutbuster's the keyword, not the unit name.
Right,
Gutbuster. So they can go either way. I mean, he's got him in a pretty good spot where if he needs to go take that left, he can. But I think he clearly wants to fight over the middle and the right, just given where the Frost Lord is as well.
Yeah, it's really it's going to be a question of, do you take the bait? You know, is the Frost Lord that attractive to fight? It's really going to depend. We had we went into 2, and it looks like Soulblight's going first.
How did you notice that? I completely missed that.
He was casting. The Soulblight player was
casting spells.
Yeah, that's cool. Steven. So Steven is casting right now.
So we're assuming it's 5-5.
We're assuming 5-5, but we'll get a score update in just a second. We're going to hand it back to the players for just a second so we can do that for you, and we'll get you a score.
Signature spell.
Score is currently 5 him, 3 me.
I don't think it goes off on a 6 here.
So we've got 5 on the Soulblight, 3 for the Ogres. Okay.
So it's like Ogres probably only held the right one. Looks like they didn't quite get the middle, and he didn't get anyone on that left objective. So 5-3. And we did say Soulblight is playing top of 2 now, so we'll see how aggressive he wants to be. And like you said, Mike, does he want to go kill that Frost Lord, or does he just go the other way?
Right, and I mean, it's a viable strategy to just avoid the monster.
It can be, but that thing is so fast.
It is.
It's, and that monstrous action it does, where it can just like fly over. It's super, super fast.
Yeah, so in most popular builds with the Frost Lord, you're looking at him as your general.
Yep.
Give him the extra wounds in Boulder Head. Even if you're running a bunch of Gutbusters, they're still getting +1 in big units of more than 3. So it's okay to run Gluttons in Boulder Head and not worry about, all the monster things you can do.
Yeah.
Give him the Seat of the Ogbar, do 2 monstrous actions in a turn, and really just like
so you
hammer
can
down
a roar
on the thing.
and then still do your flyover.
And really, or if you need to jump the screen, you jump over to the big thing you want to kill, and then roar that so they can't save it.
Yeah, because you can jump over first and then do the roar. Yeah, really good.
There's a lot of play in like the newer, I guess not new anymore, but newer Ogres, as opposed to what it used to be, which really was how many Stonehorns can you run.
Yep.
And I think that Gutbusters got revitalized, and we're seeing a lot of that now, especially in this list. We're seeing the Slaughtermaster and even a Firebelly, which you don't get very often.
He's a wizard, right? So he's a locust.
He's a wizard, but he only knows the lore of the sun, so he doesn't have access to like Voracious Maw and Blood Feast.
Right. He's cast Mystic Shield, right?
Right. Well, so what Gabriel does, and Gabriel's in our local group, so I played him a few times. What he likes to do is cast that Billowing Ash, which gives you -1 to hit a 12-inch bubble.
Yeah, that's good.
And especially in this, when there's so many ways you can come in, sticking him right in the middle and getting that Billowing Ash off, making sure the stuff around him won't die is
in a mission that's this tightly packed, that's a really good spell to have up, right? It's going to affect a lot of the board with that -1 to hit. And, -1 to hit is great, right? But all attack counters that a little bit. But in this mission, if your all attack's disrupted, it's kind of a really interesting mechanic, I think.
Looks like Nobblars did their first bit of damage off the traps.
Love to see it.
So we're happy to see
it. We got a dragon or Terrorgeist here moving up.
That is the converted Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon.
Yep.
Really, really nice sculpt. We'll get a close up on a short here. So go ahead and check over it on the shorts in a little while to see that. But we really have. We really had just like a really high level of play on the table. Even our games earlier yesterday, it was some great matchups, great players, and just kind of off the wall plays that really help push you over. And I think we're going to need to see some of that here.
Yeah, I think this is a good play from the Full Blight Army. I think it's the right move to pressure that left flank of the Ogre player. The Frost Lord's not there, and this Dragon can just smash in there and just cause problems, right?
Right.
And then the Ogres have to decide: do you deal with it? Do you bring the Frost Lord? But how do you deal with that? We're going to see probably the game just like circle. But the Frost Lord could just slam his way down the flank and make his way back too if he wants to. But at this point, I think that was a big turn for the Soul Blight getting that roll. I think the Ogres are probably at some point going to need a double back to dig their way out of this.
So if you're sitting across from a Vampire Lord on Zombie Dragon, what are you worried about?
I mean, the damage is fine. It's not. It's spiky, right? So like any monsters, if it rolls well, it's going to put out a good bit of damage. But the main thing is the 3-inch ability it has to block Inspiring Presence. Yeah. I think that's why most people have that in the army. In this matchup, it's not going to be a huge deal, I think, unless he gets in to those gluttons and kills a few and blocks Inspiring. But I think that's kind of the main reason people, I think, play the Zombie Dragon.
Okay.
Terrorgeist can spike a lot of damage too with its bite. The Zombie Dragon doesn't have that. Yeah. It's got more attacks than the Terrorgeist, so it's a little bit less variance in that regard. But I think, again, the blocking Inspiring Presence is just such a strong mechanic. Especially in a build like this where he doesn't have that many models. I mean, he's got 4 big pieces and then some like little bits and bobs, right? So if he comes up against in a GT, you can play against a load of zombies or just big blocks of things that you don't have the bodies to chew through. Having that Inspiring Presence blocking is one way to do that, and I think that's likely why he's got it in the list.
Yeah, and we all know Lucavi can be absolutely nasty, right?
Yeah.
Just eating models left and right.
Yeah.
It can be really bad.
That's the monster action from Evan Gory has the monster action where you can eat models, I think. And I think she can make monsters do 2 actions. So herself, and then I think the ones nearby can also do it. So she's good. Her spell is really nice too. It gives a 6-inch pylon.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, I forget the range. It's Holy 12 or Holy 18, something like that. So she can make herself or one of these big monsters nearby her to pylon 6, which can be really good to hop a screen line if needed.
Yeah.
Right? If it's just a 1 layer of screen, pylon 6, these dragons have a 5-inch base. So if you're touching that line, 6-inch pylon will get you over.
Yeah.
If there's more space to land behind. But it's just another nice tool that the Soul Blight player has in their toolbox.
Noblar's doing some more damage here.
Love it. These missions with only 3 objectives are kind of interesting, right? I mean, they can end up as a slog. They can end up as kind of like boring games where you kind of slam into the middle. But they can also be quite tactical, right? Of like picking the 2 you want to hold. Yeah. And that's the right way to play this mission, is not to try and hold all 3. And that's what the Ogre player, I think, was kind of trying to do. But now he's got a Zombie Dragon bearing down on his left flank that's going to cause problems, I think.
Yeah, I think a lot of even with 6 objective missions, you really only need 4.
You only need 4.
So I think a lot of the time, at least for me, like I'm relatively newer. I've only been playing like a year and a half, so it's not like I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, it was I have to hold every objective all the time. You can't have any. If I let you get points, I'm going to lose.
Yeah.
And I think that mindset is really easy to fall into.
Yeah.
But I really like 3 objective missions because I think it helps show you don't have to hold everything all the time.
Yep.
Because as long as you're holding more than your opponent, they're scoring less points and you're fine.
I mean, there's a world where there's a path where holding 3 can be useful if you're trying to block your opponent's scoring right. If you have the resources to effectively hold 3, there is a strategy pathway there. But in most cases, you just want to pick your 2, right? And that's why, to me, the first 2 turns in this mission are always super interesting.
Yeah.
Because whoever goes first is likely going to commit to the middle and one side. So then the bottom player has to choose, do I want to take the middle back, or do I just go for the flanks and leave the middle alone?
Right.
I always like to see that decision path for players, and in this mission in particular, and also Zephyr, where it's the same thing, but it's on the diagonal. With some skeletons shambling here.
Yep. Now, skeletons are always interesting to me. The fact that they can just stand back up on you.
Such a cool mechanic.
It's Soul Blight of most of the armies, I feel like it's very thematic. And they do really well. And now the hunger is something that I think is going to be a little bit tricky in this match.
Yeah.
Because there's obviously chip damage coming from the Noblar sometimes. if the gluttons get in but don't kill and then get killed back, they're going to heal all that damage back. It's a lot of wounds.
And the hunger is way better than it used to be. It used to be you would just heal, like you heal D3 at the end of the phase or something. Mm-hmm. But now you can heal up to the wounds you kill. Yeah. Maximum 6, I think, is what they can heal back. Okay. But if that dragon munches down 2 gluttons, it's just going to heal back 6 damage straight away, and it heals. It's immediately. It's not end of phase anymore. So it's really really good mechanic.
Aftersaves, but so Soulblight has their deathless saves.
Yep.
And then they have the hunger.
Yep.
It's just so many wounds to chew through. Yep. It seems like, really, for most armies, even with high damage output, it's like an uphill battle.
Yeah, it is.
So, I'm just glad we're not seeing the Mega Mob zombie list.
I've seen a couple kicking around, but I don't know. It's really strong. We've seen players do really well with it at a number of events.
But it's very linear. It's like almost like a one-trick pony.
It is, but the thing about it is that Soulblight have a lot of good battle tactics, and the zombie army can, and they lean into that passive play style, so they can just literally stand around, score points. I think they're never gonna not get all 5 tactics, right? And their grand strat's really good, and they're gonna control the objectives. So it's with the corpse carts behind them, they can actually do quite a bit of mortals when they attack. So
it is a very strong build for Soulblight.
You'll never catch me playing it. My back hurts too much to play that many models. I mentioned it yesterday. Give me 30 models or fewer, and that's kind of where I want to be.
I play monster truck ogres. I don't want to play that many models.
I've been playing OBR. I'm painting up some trolls, another nice low model count army. Sylvaneth can do a nice low model count army. Yep. I was playing Stormcast Dragons for a while, nice low model count army. I kind of got spoiled by not having to worry about moving 150 models. So.
Are 11 dragons still the play?
I wouldn't play 11. I think the dragons are still good. I think Stormcast are in a little bit of a tough spot right now. They've gotten some really nice points drops with this recent battle scroll. The Annihilators came down. A lot of stuff came down.
Well,
so I think
there's so many war scrolls.
There's so many war scrolls. So they've opened up some pathways. I think the dragons are still, Stormbrick Guard are still really good. They control the board well. Count for 5 on objectives. They don't do a ton of damage, but the shooting can spike and do damage. And they have a spell ignore, which in this meta is pretty good, right? So I think for me, I would do 8 dragons, 2 times 4, and then 3 times 5 battle line, whatever your flavor you like, whether it's Liberators or Vanquishers, whatever flavor you like. And then I think with that you can fit 2 heroes. And I think that's a 2-foot heroes. I think it's a really strong list. I mean, it's not great.
Dragons are nasty, right?
But they can do the bites are been too. The swords,
they shoot mortal wounds.
They shoot mortal wounds sometimes. Mine never do anything. They have that weird swingy shooting mechanic, but for me, it's not even about the damage. It's that they control the board really well. They have that weird 3-inch coherency mechanic where they can really spread out and block off a lot of board space. So I think the dragons are still really good.
So we got some bats in. It looks like over into the Noblars.
Yeah, bats are interestingly actually quite a good little unit. I mean, they're 3 wounds per base. I think they're rend 1 on their attacks too, and they can on this they'll kill some Noblars. I think if they where'd they get in? I didn't see that charge.
So they're down here right in front of the zombie.
Oh, they're going to get into the Noblars. That's what bats want to be fighting.
That is the truth. They love the squishy units. So and if they die, it's not a big deal.
So it looks like the dragon's not going to go in, which I don't hate that play. I mean, just kind of leave him there. He's holding down that flank. He's basically saying, you're not going to get this unless you come through me. There's a giant piece of what's likely impassable sitting to the dragon's left. So I don't hate that play from Soulblight. Just kind of blocking off that part of the board, and he'll score his 5 here. I don't see how he likely doesn't. We don't know what tactic he chose, but he'll get his 5
in between the flanks here.
He's going to kill the Noblars
between the ranks.
Yeah, he's tired of taking those mortals.
Hey, I don't blame him. They are annoying. We've seen Noblars, or I've seen Noblars do upwards of 33 mortal wounds in a game.
Yeah,
you roll the dice 11 times and roll really lucky. You can get
And some players are really good at rolling 4-ups.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them. I don't know about you, Mike. Yeah, okay, so maybe leave the Noblars at home.
I can roll 3s because that's what Gluttons hit on.
Okay,
and that's
3s.
Fine. But 4-ups, man, we're looking at a really hard way. Like if I'm not all out attacked, none of those Rock Guard Hornet attacks
Yeah, hitting on 4s is the worst thing in Warhammer. It's I don't love it. So it looks like what we're seeing here from Soulblight is just kind of pushing that battle line toward the Ogre player, right? Mm-hmm. He's making it so with a 3 in the middle, if the Ogre player wants to score, he's going to have to fight his way out. So he's already up 5-3. We know that. He's probably going to be up, unless a bunch of stuff dies, he's probably going to be up 10-6. Yeah. Probably after turn 2, which, depending on grand strats, that's a really, really nice lead.
Yeah, it is. I'm interested. Gabriel looks like he abandoned the Maw Pot with his heroes.
Okay. Tell me how that works.
So you have to be within an inch to activate it.
A hero has to activate it.
Yeah, a hero has to activate it, which is another reason why the Maw Pot hurts you so much, because you have to dedicate.
You have to babysit it within an inch too. Yeah.
I mean, if it's a butcher, they're getting +1 to cast, and that's great.
Yeah.
But also, and it has major range.
Yeah.
It's 36 inches. Anything wholly within that is an ogre is going to heal.
Yeah.
Where it runs into problems, and this is going to be actually really interesting for that Vengorian Lord to actually charge the Stonehorn here, because that Stonehorn is -1 to wound all the time.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he wants to kill it though. I mean, the Vengo Lords, they don't really kill anything. They're not super killy, but they're -1 to is there -1 to rend if you're near them, I think. So I think
Vengorian Lord?
Yeah, the Vengo Lord.
Oh, okay.
So they're more of a kind of an anvil piece in my view. They can do damage at some point, but they're kind of swingy. Yeah. Their main attack, I think, is D6 damage. Let's take a look at the scroll here.
The quintessential tank of the ogre.
Okay, so it's 3 attacks -2 for 3, 4 attacks -1 for 2, and then a random tail profile.
Okay.
So it's not super fighty, but yeah, worsens rend by 1 within 3 of it. So it's.
I mean, that's a good.
And if he charges it, he's blocking the ogre or the frostwolf from charging, in his turn. So I think he's probably trying to tie it up here, but. Can you do the monster action if you've not charged to fly over?
No, you have to charge.
I think it's that's what I thought. So I think he's just trying to slow it down a little bit, keep it over there. I think he's content to let the ogres kind of have that left side objective as long as they want. I score 2, you score 1. That's a great path to victory, right?
It'll be interesting to see where Gabriel dedicates his. Here comes the Terrorgeist. Whee! In on those Noblars.
Those poor Noblars are just getting it from all sides.
Going. Oh, man.
Noblar traps, here we go. No. Oh, I just watched Gabriel. I said no.
I mean, every wound counts on a monster, right?
Yeah.
Those brackets are a real thing.
Especially with Gabriel getting the next turn. Right? And the that's an unridden Terror. They don't have ridden Terrorgeist in Soulblight. It's an unridden Terrorgeist, so it won't get the hunger.
Right.
I don't think they heal when they fight. So if he can chip some damage off it, maybe on his turn on bottom of 2, he can pick it up.
So it looks like we've actually Soulblight's actually just collapsed the middle.
Yep.
And really trying to blow away that front line so that the meat of the list. I'm imagining by the end of the combat phase, the bats that are behind the Noblars in front of those gluttons will not be there. They will just be dead.
Yeah, it depends on what he's tagged in terms of the ogres. There's 4 iron guts in the back there.
Yeah,
and then the big unit of gluttons in front. And on the right here, is that more gluttons?
Yep, that's 6 gluttons over there. We've brought death rattle skeletons over here with the Vengorian Lord.
Yep.
So where Gabriel allocates those attacks in that combat is going to matter. Because right now, Soulblight takes that point.
Sure.
Because there's a Vengorian Lord and 10 skeletons on
Yep.
And the monster only.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to kill those skeletons, right? And then they'll just come back.
So they come back when they fight.
When they fight, they can stand back up. I think it's before they activate. They roll for the ones that have died. But I'm saying if they die, they come out of the gravesite too. Yeah. So that's in the gravesites. Looks like there are these black tokens, maybe kind of spread around the board. There's one there, one there, one there.
And I would imagine the other one is probably under the zombie dragon at some point. So we're gonna kick it back to the players for combat. This is gonna be really interesting. So make sure you follow along, and maybe we'll see where we end up and have Sean
Yeah,
back on.
we'll get a score update and we'll see how this game goes.
Let's go.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
Is it going to go first?
Okay.
I think we have some okay range on our stuff. Three inches on the claws, 2 inches on the fangs.
So you're within 3.
Am I within 2?
I don't know.
I'll let you call it. I can't really see.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah, you're just within 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
Okay. I'll throw it all into that caster then.
Sure.
And I'll out attack.
Okay.
All right. We'll do the fun ones first. We're going to do the fangs. Hitting on 3s.
Minus 1 to hit.
Hitting on 4s. 6s are good.
Yeah.
No, nothing.
Okay.
And then 7 attacks with the claws.
Those are 6 mortal wounds per 6, right?
Oh, that was the fangs. That's why I did it first. Yeah. All right. So 4s and 3s here.
Minus 1 to hit.
Yeah. So it's
Okay.
that, I was including it. Yep.
Gotcha.
There's all my 6s, and then 3s. We have 4 minus 1. What's up? Are we good? Oh, okay. I was making sure.
Just watching.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it.
Okay, so 1 rand you said?
4 minus 1.
Okay, so 6s.
Okay.
You say 1.
2 damage each.
Okay, that's 6. So he's dead.
Okay.
Because of the bad meat.
Because of the bad meat.
What a game.
All right, that makes it your combat, sir.
Okay.
Trying my very best not to be nervous.
We'll go with the Frost Lord into the Vengori Lord.
Okay, all out defense.
Okay. You don't have any negs to hit, right?
Nothing to hit. Nope.
Okay.
The only thing you're suffering from is a worsened rend by 1.
Yeah. Okay, so we already have +1 to hit. So, how many points are you?
2,000 even.
Okay, so I have the Triumph, which is +1 to wound.
Nice. You gonna use it?
It's a Finest Hour, so I don't need to.
Okay.
It's your finest hour.
I forgot about that. That is my finest hour too.
No.
Yeah.
Save it on 2s.
All right.
This is everything. Okay, well, Frost Spear, 2s and 2s. Okay, so regardless of whether you make your
I'm
save...
at -1 to attack, yep.
Yeah, so 2 saves,
All right.
2 ups.
2 up. Come on.
Okay.
Got him.
Punches and kicks. 2 saves, no rend.
Got him.
Okay. Rock hard horns, 3s, and 2s. 2 saves. Okay. And then D6 attacks with the hooves.
I love the name Punches and Kicks, and I'm just picturing this guy like stomping off the thing. It's just
so
funny.
dumb. So dumb.
I love it.
It could be like hunting knife or something cool.
All right.
These are 3s, so 2s and 2s. All right, 3 more saves.
All right. Failed 1.
Okay, D3. 3.
Take all 3.
Okay.
All right. It's all set for you. I guess that makes it my combat. We'll go into the gluttons up there.
Okay.
Or whatever they're called. I don't know.
Gluttons.
These guys. Gluttons. With my bats. These are the hoar-frosted ones.
Okay, so they wound on 2s.
They wound on 2s, but I'm hitting on 5s. I forgot about your fireball.
Oh.
I should have. I said hit at first, and then I changed it. I shouldn't have changed it. All right, 9 attacks, hitting on 5s.
Okay.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay. I'll take it.
Wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 2s. Okay. 5 at no rend.
How much damage?
2 each.
Okay. 5s. Oh my,
well, there you go.
God.
2 damage.
Alright, one of them takes 2. This guy in the back. We'll activate next with them. And they will pile so that they're outside of 6 of the Terrorgeist. Well, I guess you can just go this way and then reach forward. So, we're currently like a half, quarter inch. I don't know. We're just going to pile over this way, I guess. Not quite enough to get into range of those guys. It's okay. So we'll do all our attacks. They're 4 attacks a base. 6 times 4 is 25.
Okay.
We have a lot of command points here, so we'll just all-out attack.
Okay.
To make sure they're dead. They have 6s, right?
6 to, yeah.
Yeah, they're super dead.
You never know. That's a lot of 2s.
Well, they hit in 3s, so.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. All attack was highly relevant.
Yeah, it was probably converted about like 10 hits there. On 3s. This many saves at 1 range for 2 damage a pop.
2 damage a pop. All right. Well, I'm going to call him dead.
Okay.
As long as you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And that will let zombie or Terrorgeist go again.
Sure.
Yeah. It is. It's holding together for now. Okay. So I can get right there. Thank you. Okay. As close as possible to your Noblars. Am I within 3?
No.
I'm not?
By a good half inch, you're not within 3.
Okay. All right. Well, in that case, I guess we got to go into the Noblars. That's a shame. Dang it. Okay. Noblars it is.
Sure.
Fangs. Hitting on 4s because I auto attacked. 3s. 2 at -2.
No, they don't have a red save. They have a 6 up save, so.
Okay, so
damage.
it's D6 damage each. 4 damage.
Oh, and when he piles in, another Nablar trap. For 2.
Taking, 2. Taking 2.
Okay.
Alright, squad,
Does he also have the hunger?
No, but if he kills a unit wholly within 12 her, he feels a full.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 5. 9. Alright. 5. 7. Alright, hitting on 4s.
Okay.
That's cocked. I'll reroll that. Alright, wounding on 3s. 1 at minus, so 2 damage more.
Okay.
Makes it your go?
I mean, I guess the Nalbars will fight.
Okay.
They cannot move because they cannot finish a move with incoherency, so we're just going to have 3 attacks over here. I think it's like 5s and 5s or some bullshit like that. Okay, we're done.
Okay. Bats will go, I guess.
Good point.
True.
Eat lead, Terrorgeist! Ah! Ah! Save on the Terrorgeist! No rend!
Flora. You got him.
Wait, 6 up round. 6 up 1.
Oh, true. Nope.
The Nalbars scratch the paint on a guy.
You got him. They're wholly within 12, so this is a 5 up to hit. And 4 up to wound. 2 at no rend, but if they don't have a save, it's 4 damage.
They have a 6 up.
Okay.
Okay, 4 damage.
4 damage. So that triggers the hunger, and they killed a model.
Oh, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. I think you're out of combats. Yeah. They will elect not to pile in.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No. They'll just die. And then over here, I guess we'll do the Vangorian Lord next.
Okay.
So I'm at -1 attacks because you hit me with a 6.
Yeah.
Four attacks with the saber, hitting on 3s. Okay.
Oh.
So one at
your normal wound.
1 at -1. Yeah, I wound on a 3, but yeah, because of finest hour. Yep.
Safe.
Okay. Gorgon's Talons, 3s and 3s. 2 hits. 2 wounds at -2.
All right, up to 4s. Fail them both.
6 damage. Sorry, 8 damage. I had Flaming Weapon that Gorgon's Talons.
Not the ones I wanted to fail.
Yeah, not so much.
Okay, that's not great. So he has 7 suffered.
Okay. Almost halfway there.
One of these combats is not like the other.
D6 attacks with the Impaling Tail. 1. It's 4s. Nothing. Okay, that's that. That triggers the hunger, though. He heals the damage that you take.
Yeah,
she
that
does.
one's pretty good.
Yeah, we like the hunger. And then you said you don't have any other combats, so I'm going to just pile in these skeletons real quick.
Sure.
I'm going to stay outside of 3 of your Tyrant.
Okay. He would probably wipe the unit.
I believe you. I believe you. Alright, I think they're all in there but 2. So these are 4s and 4s. Normally they're 4s and 3s, but you're special. So I have 9 attacks because of the leader.
Okay.
It's 3, 6, 8, 9. Fours and 4s. Okay, that's 3 at rending 1.
Okay, 3s.
They have rend 1 because they outnumber you. 1 more?
1 damage?
Yep.
5 up.
Alright.
What's this? Oh, this is 2.
That was, yeah. Yeah, that did 2 damage to your buttons. Okay,
5-point turn?
5-point turn?
I'll spend my last command point. Yeah, the Nalbars completely I don't care about them.
Alright, they're bouncing?
They're out of here.
Sounds good.
Okay, 5-point turn.
5-point turn.
Alright, we have created this opportunity. We need to capitalize. Whatever that means.
You did an amazing job of screening your army. Those Noblars stuck way longer than I thought.
Yeah, and did like 7 or 8 more wounds.
And you did like 7 or 8 more. So far, they're the best unit in your army.
Yeah, for damage. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do Avalanche of Flesh, which is deal 10 mortal wounds with charge rolls this turn.
That seems safe.
I'm just going to... No, I'm just showing to the game.
Oh, I thought you were handing it to me.
Yeah, no. I am a raging narcissist, so I'm built for the camera. I'm like, oh yeah, hey stream, you know, like, hey mom, or whatever. Okay, so let's do Primal Dice. No?
Do you know if this is on YouTube or Twitch?
It is Highground Gaming's YouTube stream.
Awesome, thank you.
Do you need to find it, or?
Oh no, somebody wanted to watch, so I was just.
Okay. I can shoot you the link if you want.
Trying to give another viewer. Sure, if you want. Well, that's okay. We don't have.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I'm like, we're like, oh, we have to do the social thing.
Yeah, it's whatever. I'm happy to get your socials after this. You're an awesome player.
And you as well. And we live right next door to each other.
No reason not to play, right?
Yeah. Okay, so
Primal Dice.
Primal Dice. I did not get one.
I did.
Okay, so 1 Primal Dice.
And I have 1 command point.
Finest hour is gone. Yep. We are going to start by emptying the maw pot. So this unit of Ogre Gluttons is going to heal up to full.
Sorry, I'm just asking. Don't you have to have a hero within range of?
Within 6 inches.
Oh, within 6. Okay.
Let me double check that. I thought it was within 6 inches.
I thought you had to be closer, but that's fine.
So +1 within an inch for the +1 to cast. This is basically arcane terrain.
Hi, honey.
Yeah, it's within 6 inches.
Okay, sounds good.
And the Frost Lord is going to heal 2.
Heals 2.
Okay.
Heroic actions?
Yeah, heroic actions.
Yeah. It's easy to go in a hole.
We'll do a heroic leadership on my Fire Belly, which I do not get.
Okay. I will do the same with. Yeah, I'll do the same with Alkavi. I don't get it.
Okay. So we're going to do our casting now. We're going to try and reestablish the Billowing Ash Cloud with our last cast.
Sounds good. I hate that spell.
8. We'll just throw our Primal Magic at it. 13.
This is your only spell cast. The only one, so I might as well go for it.
Yep.
Lock Revival Unbind. 3. Literally can't do it.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay. Movement. Gluttons are going to move up.
Make a line.
Make a line. Tyrant is going to end outside of 3 of the Skellington, so I'm measuring 8 inches from the back of his base, and he can get there. So
okay.
He can end right here. This guy is going to pivot to right here.
Yeah, as long as you're outside of 3, right?
Yeah. The Gluttons are going to come up outside of 3.
Okay. There you go. Oop.
The Iron Guts have 8 inches of movement, so they're just going to be right here. The Tyrant, is he still? What was the spell that was on him?
I'm sorry, who?
You cast a spell on this him from her.
Oh, it lets me pile in within 6. Okay. My monsters can pile in as long as he's within 6. Yeah, I'll put a marker on him if you want.
Sure.
I don't have a specific one, but at least it's something.
No, I have a marker for it. I was just trying to remember what it did.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Oh, and the Frostheart's going to retreat.
Sounds good.
So he suffered 6 wounds.
Might have a hard time getting out of there.
Well, let's see what his movement speed is. He has 10 inches.
Bottom of 2.
So he's going to end outside of like 4 back here.
Okay. I'm going to redeploy off that.
Sure. Redeploying her?
Probably.
Okay.
It's either that or the skeletons. I'll redeploy her.
Okay.
5.
Okay.
Flee.
She bravely turned her tail and fled.
It's not cowardice if it's tactical.
Yeah. Okay. So we have a few dinky shooting attacks as we mentioned before. So the Fire Belly has a fire breath. You didn't study this because it doesn't matter. Attacks characteristic equal a number of models with an 8. It's 2s and 3s.
Sounds good.
2 saves, no rend. On the
So?
bats. Yep.
No
1
save.
damage each.
Alright. Oh, I'm sorry. You moved to shooting. I was holding this model because I need to do my end of movement thing to bring back again.
Okay.
4 up.
So this is your gravesite over here, and this is your gravesite over here.
And I've got 2 back here.
Okay.
So we'll go. I'm just going to bring him back over here, I think.
Okay. And she worsens rend characteristic within 3 inches of her?
Yes.
Okay.
If you're within 3 inches of her.
Gotcha.
Alright, you can go. Sorry about that.
Fine.
So yeah, you did 2 damage, they took 2.
Okay, the Tyrant will also shoot his 2 little guns into those guys.
Okay.
1 save, 1 rend.
No save.
3 damage.
Who's a bat?
Okay. That Tyrant will shoot his little gunsy-doos into those bats.
Sure.
They're bravery 10, right?
Every time. Okay. They're not going anywhere. On battle shock anyway. They'll
Nope.
definitely go somewhere when you whack them with something.
Okay, let's get the party started. A, B, C. Find out what it means to me. Okay, we will charge first with the Ogre Gluttons.
Okay.
Woo!
That's a big charge.
So they're going to end outside of 3 of that lady.
Okay.
$12 dice each, 4 up is a mortal wound.
What was your battle tactic this game? Oh, 10.
Deal 10 mortal wounds to
That's
and
what
this.
we're about to see. What about to see?
We're going to start making charge rolls and seeing, yeah. Alright, 5 mortal wounds so far.
Okay. And these are on, you got those on 5s?
Fours. So it's
Oh, 'cause
6 for
between
the
things.
army, 1 because it's 3 or more models, and then 1 for the tribe.
Yep. Okay, I don't save any.
Okay.
Taking 5.
Okay.
8 damage taken.
You want to pull that out way over there so that you can, because you might have to change it again. All right, we're charging with the Tyrant. Okay. He's like spearing the wing. Okay, so 9 dice.
All right.
And because of his big aim ability, he's doing it on 3s.
On 3s.
So that's 5 more mortal wounds.
Save 2 of these.
Okay.
Does it count for your battle tactic if I save them?
Caused, not allocated. So if they're negated, it's caused. So it doesn't matter if they're warded. Okay, so we've achieved our tactic.
Makes sense.
Okay. He happens to be an ogre player, so he's very qualified to answer this question. Yeah. We're going to charge next with our Fire Belly.
Get that Fire Belly in there.
7.
7. He's allocated 8. I've saved 2 so far.
Seven dice, and he's doing them on 5s.
Okay.
None.
Not so much.
Iron Guts are going to declare charge. They now need a
6.
6 to get the first guy in there, and they have +1 to charge on their War Scroll.
Sounds good.
6, so they get in. Six dice. Mortal wounds on 4s.
Okay.
3 more.
3 6s. Save 1.
Okay.
Take me to 13 taken.
How many does he have left?
Pretty sure I have 14.
Okay. We're going to charge with our ogre tyrant way over there. No, we'll charge with the ogre tyrant.
Okay.
8.
8 all day.
I forgot how many I caused, but we got the tactic. He does it on 3s, so 4 mortal wounds to the skeletons.
Okay. Save 1 of them, so take 3.
Okay. Then the ogre gluttons over there are going to charge 5. They have a +1 on their war scroll as well.
So you're on
But
6.
yeah, 5 gets them in.
You got it all day. Pardon? 14.
So they roll 5 dice. More wounds on 3s. Or, I'm sorry, 4s, but still 4 mortals.
Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Use 1.
Okay. Okay, so the Terrorgeist has
1 HP left.
1 HP left.
1 wound left, I guess. Being technical.
What's the save characteristic on her?
3 up.
3 up?
3 up. And she worsens run by 1, just to remind you.
She also worsens run by 1?
She does.
Okay.
And I don't think anything is wholly within 12 of my dragon. She's just barely out, and that means he's out too. So you're not getting -1 to wound anyone.
Okay. So we're done with the charge phase. Monstrous actions.
Monstrous actions. How many wounds do Iron Guts have? 4?
4 piece.
Gutbuster, Gluttons.
4, 8.
I'll get 2. So I'll do Maddening Hunger for the first one, see if I can get lucky.
Okay.
Pick D3 models within an inch. And roll a dice.
For each of them?
For each one. If it's higher than your wounds characteristic, it's
okay.
D3.
So 1. Who are you picking?
Do you have a unit leader on your...
Yeah, it's this horrible monster right here.
I will pick the horrible monster.
Okay.
On a 5, he's dead. Nope.
Okay. Second monstrous action.
Roar, probably?
Where are you roaring?
That's a good question.
You used... I have you still at 2 command points? I'm sorry, just before you made...
0.
Oh, okay.
I have 0. I redeployed, and that was my last command point.
Gotcha.
Maybe not roar. Maybe I'll just stomp.
Okay. Who you stomping?
Actually, no. I'll roar the whatever. The mortal wounds will be negligible.
The Iron Guts?
Yep. Yes.
Okay, they're roared.
And then Lucabai is going to use Unstoppable Nightmare.
Her?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, yeah, she'll use Unstoppable Nightmare.
Okay. All right. We'll fight first with the Tyrant. No. We're going to fight first with this Tyrant.
Sounds good.
And yeah, we'll just fight first with him. Thunder Mace. One save at 2 rend?
6 up? You said 1 save?
Yeah.
Nope.
3 damage.
Yeah, not 3 6s. All right.
Okay. Hold on, let's take a picture before we get these models out of here.
All right.
Okay, sweet.
So the Terrorgeist actually does mortals when it blows up.
To every enemy or every unit?
Every unit. What you doing?
I'm just pulling your guy, because my guy was like poking his spears into your wings, so I'm just trying to get you out of there.
That makes sense.
Okay. Let's do the mortals.
Alright. Yeah, mortals. So D3 on Gluttons.
Yep.
1.
Okay.
General. 1. Iron Guts. 3.
Okay. We'll put the wound over there. We'll put this wound on this guy in the back. Okay. Did you do my general?
Yeah, I won.
He got one?
Yeah.
Oh, what about your general?
It's enemy unit.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Alright,
I don't care if Terrorgeist blow up.
So that triggers the nightmares.
It does trigger the nightmare. Outside.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can't tell if I'm within 6 of you or not.
You are within 6, yes.
Okay. They charge, so they get to go no matter what.
Yeah, they can activate. And they have 2 inch reach.
So I'm going to go... I'll pile in over here.
Okay. What's the rend on her attacks?
2 is the highest.
But also some 1s?
Yeah, well, I think it's actually... Well, let me check. She's got different ones from the Vengorian Lord. I mix them up all the time.
Fair enough.
2, 2, 1. The good ones are 2s. And then the 1 is kind of a trash weapon.
Okay. Am I allowed to all defense here?
Yeah, I roared these guys, so.
No, but I mean, you're doing some weird monster action pile and fight. I select all out defense when my guys are the target of an attack in the attack phase.
In the combat phase, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So.
All right, I'm going to all out defense with the gluttons.
It shouldn't affect the game state, but at the start of the combat phase, I was supposed to get skeletons back. Do you care?
Yeah, no, go for it.
Okay. There's only 4 gone, so I'll roll for 4 dice. Okay.
They all come back?
I guess they all come back.
Okay.
So
Don't worry,
they'll survive anyway.
They won't be here long.
Yeah.
They do, yeah, all have to be within 1 inch of the original unit.
Yeah, it's.
Whoop!
Oh god. Oh god, I'm freaking out. All right.
No, you're good, you're good.
We're good.
So
okay.
just that skeleton would have to be over here somewhere.
Oh my god.
You're fine.
Please stop me.
Hey.
All right.
We're good. We're good.
Try not to screw this up. Okay. All right. Rapier into your guys. I don't have any command points.
Okay.
I can't mess with.
Okay, so -1 to hit because of the ash cloud, and that's it.
Eat your ash cloud, man.
I love my ash cloud.
All right, 4s and 3s.
Okay.
Turned out it wasn't relevant. All right, 1 at -2.
6.
3 attacks with the talons, 4s and 2s. 3 at -2.
6s. Nothing.
9 damage. 3
Okay.
apiece.
So that's 2 bases. That's a total of 10 marked so far, so that's 2 more on another guy.
All right.
Now, you finished your pylon move and you were well outside of 3. Okay. Okay. We will fight next with the... what are the skeletons? 4s and 4s?
4s and 3s, actually.
Okay.
And they have 1 rend if they outnumber you.
We'll fight next with that tyrant over there.
Okay.
Two saves, 2 rend. On the skeletons.
Okay. No save.
6 damage so far. Beast Skewer Glaive.
1 save.
1 save at 1 rend.
Okay, fail.
1 more damage, so 7 total.
7 total? 7 total. Losing 7.
Okay. Your activation.
Yeah. Oh, sorry about it. Sorry about it, you too. Demonetized.
Bats will stay put and fight your fire belly, I guess.
Sure.
No, let's see if we can kill a iron guy. We'll go after them.
Okay.
6 attacks.
What's it at right now? 2?
5s and 4s.
Gotcha.
One and no ring.
Alright, they are on 4s.
Okay.
Save.
Okay.
That was a good activation, though. Then we'll go next with the Fire Belly. 1 save at 1 rend.
So no save.
Okay, D3. 1. Okay.
Bat down.
We are going to... Is it the rest is me? You did the
I've got
skeletons.
skeletons.
Yeah, go for it.
Care, guys? It's like right into it. Keep chatting with us.
Nothing.
Okay. We will go next with the Gluttons.
The double tyrant was so mean.
Alright, so there's...
Just so you know, I believe I've piled in within range of my command trait now.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, maybe not if I knock him all the way out, but...
Here, let's do a bird's eye view. You're well within 12, yeah.
Okay, so you have -1 to wound.
-1 to wound?
Yeah, because of my command shot.
Sure. Yeah, it was always going to be garbage, but... Alright, so... paired clubs. 4 times 4 is 17.
17.
So we are 3s and 4s.
3s and 4s.
With no effective rend.
I don't play this weekend. I've been helping with the stream. They start 2 3. We're doing a mix of commentary.
5 saves.
5 saves. On 3s?
Uh-huh.
I think we have. I've been.
Failed 2.
Yeah,
That's 4 damage.
I'm bald normally.
Take it.
I've been doing
Okay.
Highground 1 day. So
good.
it's always been a great time. The last one I was on.
Okay. So, let's remind me of the pile-in rules, because it matters.
I have to keep it.
These guys,
Even like, I got like a second little pin.
That's piling to the closest unit.
the unit has to finish equal to or closer to the nearest unit. So it's not this model, it's this unit and this unit.
Put together a big.
It's unit to unit, I believe. I
Okay.
can ask, but
Do we...
piling is unit to unit, right?
So,
He wants
models in the unit.
have to finish closer. They can't finish further away.
Okay. So we'll activate next with these gluttons.
All right.
So this guy's going to pile into within an inch. And this guy is not within 5, so he will not be able to get in. These guys are roared, so we'll all out attack here because we all out defensed. So 4 attacks, 2s and 3s.
I never roll the right 3 up for gold. I roll the ones that don't matter. Like, cool, you can't do it.
All right, that's 2 damage.
I was on my high tide turn 2.
Take 2.
That's not good.
Not good.
All right, so how many wounds does she have left?
She has 9 left.
Okay, so these guys are going to pile in like this.
I might have a better one.
She has how much left? I'm sorry.
9 left.
Okay. So they're gonna pile in like this, and they'll kill the hell out of that guy.
All right.
Can
How
I
many
just?
you got there?
I've got 3 attacks, 12 attacks, 3s and 3s, 2 rend, 3 damage.
Well, I'll pick them up if you want.
Yeah, I
Same
mean,
time.
yeah. He did. And my Iron Guts will elect to fight twice this combat.
Okay.
So they are going to pile in
Are
3
you
inches.
Within 3?
They charge this turn,
Oh,
so
well, I guess.
they,
Is that how that works?
so they made a charge move this turn. So when they're picked to fight, they can make a pile-in move. Correct?
Which ability are you using?
They get to fight twice.
On their
Down to
scroll?
the Iron Guts.
On their scroll?
Yeah,
Yeah.
They get to elect to fight a second time once per game.
But are they? Can they fight if they're outside of 3 inches of a target? Because normally you can't, which is why the wording on my
But
spell says within
if you
6.
like, let's say I charge a unit and wipe the unit of that with mortals, and I'm within 3 inches of nothing. Because I made a charge move with that unit, I'm still eligible to make a pile-in move, even if there's no units within 3 of it. I know that rule in the core rules.
Right, but what I'm wondering is if you're eligible. Okay.
So my thinking is we can call Jeff. Let's call Jeff.
Probably ask Jeff. I'm not a judge, but I think he can. But
Okay.
That's a drop. Nice.
When you're done, we have a judge question.
I'm
over.
done.
Okay.
I'm eligible to fight outside of 6 instead of outside of 3, which implies that you're not eligible.
Yeah. Okay. So here's the situation. I made a charge move with this unit.
Okay.
They piled in and attacked and destroyed the unit that was right here.
Okay.
They have a once per game ability to fight twice.
Yep.
I am now electing to fight with them again. Am I eligible to make a pylon move even though there are no enemy units within 3?
No.
Because when you make a charge move, you are eligible to make a pylon move even if there are no enemy units within 3. So the question is, does that still apply?
Well, you didn't make a charge move.
They did.
You already did that.
They did make a charge move this turn.
You've already.
Yeah. I don't know where. Okay. We're gonna have to look up.
Go back to that pylon rule you just had up. The previous one.
So that doesn't. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't think that applies. So we're gonna have to look for one of the designer commentaries or something, FAQs. We're looking for the core rules.
Thank you.
Okay, there's no.
I think it spells it out right here.
Okay.
All right. You must select either pick one eligible friendly unit to fight. All right. Unit is eligible to fight if it's within 3 inches of an enemy unit and it has not fought yet in the phase.
Okay.
Or if it made a charge move in the same turn and has not fought in the phase. So you made a charge and you fought already, right?
Okay.
So yeah,
right.
you have to be within 3.
Yeah. So it has not. It has already fought. So that rule doesn't apply.
Right.
Okay.
So then their ability. Yeah, I'll need to remember this for next time.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, sure. I guess if that's how it works, that's how it works. Okay, so in that case, I am done with combat. So at the end of combat, I have bite rolls. That guy is going to do a 4 up for D3. For 1.
Okay.
And then the gluttons are going to bite the vampire lady, and they do not bite her. Okay, so these guys are no longer roared. So my bravery is 8. I've lost 2, so they can't run.
My bravery is 10 over here, so I can lose some skeletons.
Okay.
4 plus 8 is 12. I lose the last 2.
Okay. So how many models? You have 10, 11, 12 models on this
I
point?
have 12 on that point.
I have more than that.
Yeah, they count as a million, right?
Yeah, so I score 1, 2 more and my tactic.
Yep, 5.2. Very nice.
Thank you.
Let's see the priority.
All right, priority.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to lose a lot if he wins priority, but I'm still feeling okay. It's cocked.
All right.
I will take it. I'll take it.
So, as an update, we are on the destruction double right now. We had a ruling from the TO here. Sean Clark's going to come in and help us with this one. So, the question was, can the Iron Guts activate their ability down to the Iron Guts to fight twice, even though they're no longer in combat?
Yeah, so the issue was the Iron Guts were in combat with a single fell bat. So that when they charged that fell bat, so the first activation killed the fell bat, which then left him with no enemy units within 3. The Iron Guts have their War Scroll ability, that's once per game, they can fight a second time. But because there's nothing within 3, and they've already fought this phase, they don't get the benefit of the pylon when you charge. So they were not allowed to fight the second time. We had the TL come over and made that ruling. So that slowed us down a little bit, but we're on to turn 3 now. Big double here for the ogres. I think
big priority roll.
I think we may see a lot more Soul Blight stuff kind of die. He's got the middle well under control now. The dragons over there on the left kind of hanging out, so we'll see kind of where Gabe wants to go here, but I think it was a good big double turn for him. I think he kind of needed that at this point in the game. He's down by 2 now. It's 10-8, playing his top of 3. So,
but we're about to see some real point efficiency leave for Soulblight. I think.
I didn't notice how many wounds those. So the middle is kind of being held from a board state point of view by those 2 Vengo Lords, the Vengo Lord and Laukovai. They're pretty tanky, but I don't know if they can survive all the meat that's about to come at them.
Yeah, so the issue here is now the Tyrant on the right-hand side is free, the Gluttons there are free, the Frost Lord is free.
Yep.
The Tyrants and the Iron Guts, which still have their fight twice,
It's true.
now are free, and there's 1 unit of Gluttons tying up Lukovi, so she can't redeploy.
Yep.
So,
and the Ogre player is probably better off still having that fight twice. I don't think he would have gotten everybody in.
No,
he only had a few of them within 5.
I mean, they do hit like a Mack truck, but it probably wasn't a guarantee.
Yeah. Are they Rend 2?
Rend 2.
Rend 2.
Damage
So they'll be
3,
Rend 1 versus the Vengo Lords.
Yeah.
But double piling in should lift one of them for sure, I think.
So which one do you think is better to take? Is the question. Is do we kill Lukovi with the Iron Guts, or do we go after the full Vengo Lord on the right?
I don't. It depends on how many wounds are left on both of them. I think it might be a bit greedy to try and go for both. I think you probably just want to kill one or the other. I think if Lauka's still fairly full on health, I think you probably just want to go after her, because if you don't kill her, the hunger is going to kick in and she's going to heal back, a good portion of what you do. So I think you probably want to not get too greedy here. With the Ogres counting as so many models on the point, I think they're kind of keen to just sit there and pillow fight in the middle if they can pick up one of those 2 Vengo Lords. And killing Lauka will get rid of some of the efficiency of the double monstrous actions and things like that.
I was incorrect earlier. Battle Broth, which is the heal ability from the Malpot, is 6 inches.
Okay.
For the hero. So the Fire Belly is within 6.
Can still pump it.
And popped the brew. So now we've healed units.
Yep.
Everywhere, which is big, right? It brings the Frost Lord back to a few wounds, back up a few wounds. It gets the Iron Guts up. We're really getting some wounds back. That combat efficiency's returning because we have to worry about less damage up front. It's
I think if the Soulblight player won the turn there, it would have been pretty bad for the Ogres. Being already ahead on points, they could have picked up a lot of those guys in the middle there.
So how bad is the destruction double here for Soulblight?
I don't think it's not great, but
it's not the death nail.
It's not the death nail. I mean, in the mission, he'll be limited. He'll disrupt his combat phase, so he won't be able to do as much as he wants in terms of all-out attack and all that. I think he probably loses a Vengo Lord. It really depends on how aggressive Gabe wants to be with the Frost Lord. So if he wants to really push around and try to get that second Vengo Lord, it looks like he's making room for that Frost Lord. So we could see both Vengo Lords drop here, which means the Soulblight player is going to be sort of left with only the dragon in terms of what can do damage.
Yeah.
He'll have some bodies left, so skeletons, some bats can come back to life. I'm not sure if the Skelly unit actually died. I think it did over there. So
they were in combat with that
He's
tyrant.
got some bodies he can bring back and maybe reclaim the one on the Ogre player's right if he vacates that too much. So the game's definitely gotten a lot more interesting with the Ogre player winning this turn here, because I think if he lost the turn, he was just going to end up getting pushed over to his right and go further down on score. Like, he needs to make up those 2 points. I'm not sure what the grand strats are. And the Ogre one is, do they have a good grand strat in their book or no?
They have a couple decent ones. Most of the time, Overshadow in the current GHB is the pick. Right now, the best one is probably. Well, that's a good question.
So the Ogre Grand Strat here is Ready for Plunder. I don't know what that is.
Ready for Plunder is when the battle ends, if there are more friendly units than enemy units wholly within enemy territory.
That's tough on this mission because it's 11 inches up. So that's going to be tough to get.
It's really going to have to be how many units can you free.
The Soulblight one is Lust for Dawn, which I think is the Gravesight one.
Yeah. Ready for Plunder is a rough one.
Lust for Dom is, control more grave sites than your opponent. So That's going to be tricky as well, as Soul Blight players losing a bunch of losing units. It could come down to those Soul Blight rolls, the recursion rolls. So
Yep.
Frostlord here is going to try and take those bats in front there.
Yeah, there are
screening the
bats
Bengal
in
Lord
front,
a little bit.
so
Does he have a reach to get over the top? Or
he has.
He
the
can fly
Frostbeard
over as
can
well.
go over. He can charge over, but also he's going to have room to bring that Tyrant from the top in and Mortal Wounds on threes.
Yeah, he's going to try to mortal her off.
Try and
right?
mortal the bats off, I think.
Mortal the bats off, yeah.
And then the Bengal Lord's
3 wounds per base, right? So,
so
if he can get the Tyrant mortals and the Glutton mortals, he might be able to just pick up the bats.
Yep, and so it's all going to be about placement, I think, on that charge phase.
Yeah.
The Iron Guts are really, really one of the big hammers, and those being in the middle, and now exposing the Vangorian Lord to the Glutton or to the Iron Guts.
You see a redeploy here of the Bengal Lord.
But the problem is now the Iron Guts now have the ability to come up and be.
Yeah, there's really no escape for that. I probably wouldn't have even spent the command point there.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I mean, it's a rough call, right? The destruction double in most destruction armies is extremely difficult to deal with.
Yeah.
There's just so much power on the charge, so when you get to do it twice in a row.
Yeah, and I think as you pointed out too, Mike, right when this double turn happened, and there were so many Ogre units that are free. Mm-hmm. Which is the key in the Ogre double, is having those units free to get those charge mortals. Which, I mean, Soul Blight are not known for their armor saves, but when you got 2 Vengo Lords in the middle, you definitely want those mortals, because the -1 to rend is super annoying. And whichever one's the general has a -1 to wound command trait as well, so they are pretty tanky. I don't know if the Vengo Lord's a general, or if there was another hero there that was the general.
It is the Vampire Lord.
Okay, so
Zombie Dragon.
Oh, on Zombie Dragon. Okay, so he's out of range. If that's the case. I have it open. I had it open. Soul Blight. The general is the Vamp on Zombie Dragon. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's not going to really matter in this combat.
We have seen some good play out of both sides of the board, I think, and it's really going to come down to what's left at the end of this.
Yeah,
I think, and then we see, how can you implement or how can you use what you have left to overcome now what is the hurdle of this double turn, really.
Yeah, and I think the key to this matchup as it's kind of unfolding now is kind of what you brought up earlier, Mike, too, is about the Ogre models just counting as more on the points, right? Because Soul Blight's going to go into the bottom of 3 with stuff dead. I mean, they're going to lose something in this turn.
Yeah.
Maybe both Vengo Lords would be the worst case scenario. Normally that's okay because they can have Skellies and Bats pop up and pick up those loose objectives. But in this case, there's 6 Gluttons sitting over on the far right. I mean, that's 12 models, right? They're 2 each. Plus the Frost Lord's still there as well. So this is going to be tough for him.
Each Tyrant is 5.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be tough for him to take these points back. I think at this point in the game, it's looking really good for Gabe, I'd say. He's going to go in and clear whatever he can from the middle. I don't think he's ever going to lose the far right one unless he abandons it.
Yeah.
So he's going to be happy to hit set on that far right. The Soul Blight player's going to probably have to bring in the Vampire Lord off on Zombie Dragon. The Skellies can walk in and kind of hold that far left. So he'll have that one for at least the next turn or two. And the middle, as we see here, is about to collapse. So
I think we're going to see where this goes. We're going to let the players kind of take over, so you're getting the distances.
Let's hear some charges and hear some combat.
Sean and I will go crowd the table so we can hear too.
I guess it's not the worst thing. So we're going to roll 4 dice each. 3 up is a mortal wound. Yeah, we're not in combat. 3 mortal wounds to the bats. Okay. We're going to charge next with the Ogre Gluttons.
Yep.
6. Okay, so the intent is to leave enough room for this guy to move through here with a large enough charge roll, so that if these bats die right now, he would potentially have 4 inches of movement to get around this terrain feature. Are we saying he can go up these stairs, or is the entire model impassable?
I assumed we said the whole thing was impassable, but it's, I don't know.
Your call. It's your call. No pressure.
I said impassable just because I wanted to avoid stuff like that.
All right, so let me see if I can make a little bit more space with my... Because I can finish a charge move within a half an inch.
You rolled a 6, right?
6, so I have 7 inches of movement.
Oh, yeah, you got a 7.
Okay, does that look like 4 inches to you between the 2 pieces?
Here, I got a widget if you want to just check real quick.
Yeah, guess not. And he is, oh, he's not 4 inches across. He is... How much across is he? I thought he was 4 inches. He looks like he is 3.5 inches.
Okay.
So we do have 3.5 inches there.
Sure.
So we roll the 6. So we're rolling 6 dice.
6 dice.
4s. 2 mortal wounds.
Alright, one more bat down.
Okay. Okay, charging with the Frost Lord.
Alrighty.
3, and he has a +1 on his War Scroll.
I got that widget again for you.
Perfect. Yeah, so you can end an eligible charge within a half inch. So he's going to roll 3 dice, and each 3 up is a mortal wound.
Sounds good.
Okay, he does no mortal wounds.
Alright.
Up next, we're going to charge with the Tyrant. Oh yeah, I'm spending my command point to re-roll it. Woo! 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 Tyrant rolled double 1s. Re-rolling the double 1s.
Yep.
Alright, tactic has failed. That's fine. Moving on. Charging with the Iron Guts. 7, and they can go 8. So if I'm within both of these guys, does that worsen the rank characteristic of their weapons?
It does not stack.
Okay. So I rolled a 7, so we're at 8 inches of movement. Well, I'm glad that moment was captured on stream, at least.
Yeah, you know, that kind of bad luck is legendary.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's unfortunate.
Okay, so 7 dice. Two mortal wounds to her.
That was on 5s or 4s?
4s.
Oh yeah, it was meat fist. I always forget the meat fist part.
Yeah.
I'll take 2.
Okay. We'll make a charge roll with the fire belly.
Okay.
11. We'll take it. He'll come in.
Did you heal all the damage that were on them? I thought.
They had,
I thought they had
3 and they healed 2, so they have
1. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure. I just remember there was some damage on them.
Yes.
Fire belly.
Yeah. Fire belly's going in.
Okay. Got an 11.
Yeah.
Nice.
But he's more wounds on 5s.
Well, all right.
Four mortal wounds.
Still a pretty good amount. Let's see. Save 1.
Okay.
So I take 3 up to 7.
Okay. Alright, I am done with the charge phase, so monstrous actions. We're going to do our once per game 2 monstrous actions.
Okay.
So the monster truck is going to monster truck. So he gets to move 14. Okay. So, he is going to pass over the Fellbat. That does no damage. He's going to pass over... So he got there with 12 inches, so he's going to use the last 2 to just go boop and pass over those 2 models.
These 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Necromancer is going to take 3.
Does?
And then Vengorian Lord is going to take 3.
Take 2.
Okay. Then for his second monstrous action, we're going to roar the Vengorian Lord.
Sounds good. Oh. What?
That was just arcane. You're fine.
Okay.
He has been successfully roared.
Sounds good.
Your monstrous actions.
I am Lord. All right. We get 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
Lucavi is gonna try to eat. Commanding Hunger.
Okay.
D3 models. Yep.
3.
I'll pick. It's gotta be within an inch. So I'm gonna pick your 2 Iron Guts that are within base with me. And is either of these guys a leader?
This guy gives +1 to charge.
I'll get that guy.
Sure. Okay, so one at a time. So
Iron Guts first.
Leader
for 5s here.
Nope.
No.
Other one?
Yes.
Okay.
And no.
Okay. Any other monstrous actions?
Yeah, I'll roar the Iron Guts.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
And then over here, we will. You roared me already.
Yeah.
I'll stomp. Maybe I'll get lucky.
The Iron Guts?
Yeah, I'll stomp the Iron Guts.
Okay.
Or I can. I'll Titanic Duel, actually.
So he is Titanic
Titanic
dueling.
dueling with the...
Okay. So I'll fight first with the Iron Guts.
Okay.
They've been roared, so they're just going to make their attacks. Are they minus to anything?
Minus, your rend is worsened by 1, and you have -1 to wound.
Okay. Threes and 4s.
Sounds good.
Not a great start. Four saves, 2 rend.
Alright, so down to 1 rend. Unless they're rending 3?
No, they're rend 2 normally.
Okay, so down to 1.
Yeah.
4. Pass 2.
6 damage.
She's probably dead here. Oh, I gotta make 1.
She's at 7, and she has 11?
No, I'm sorry. I gotta make 3. I don't know math. She's dead.
Okay.
I was debating all defense in there, but I'm glad I didn't. I rolled 4-4-2-2 or something like that. So.
Yeah. Okay, I will elect to fight twice with them this phase.
Okay, is that immediate or
when they have been
strike last, right?
Yeah, they get strike last. Yeah.
Okay. So I get to go next, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So I don't know what the reach of her is, but she's outside of an inch of them and base locked with him.
Yeah.
So she can hit him with the 2-inch stuff.
She does have. She's got the 2-inch stuff.
Okay.
I guess I'll auto attack here. No, I want to all-out defense. I think. Okay. Oh wait, you roared me. I can't do either one.
Yes.
All right, so we're just going for it. Sorry.
Okay. No problem.
4 attacks with this. Okay, so I've got a 1-inch reach on my saber, which will go into him.
Okay.
I've got 3-inch reach on my talons, which will go into the iron guts.
Okay.
And then the tail is 1 inch, so it'll go into him.
And you still have flaming weapon? When did you cast flaming weapon?
I don't have flaming weapon anymore.
Okay.
I had it round 1.
Gotcha.
So I'll do the talons first. These are into the iron guts.
Sure. What's the rend?
Rend 2. But they're warped, so.
Oh, right, yeah.
So 4s and 2s here. 4 because of your billowing ash cloud.
Yeah.
2.
Okay.
And 2. Rending 2.
All right, we have 6s. No.
All right. 6 damage.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right, and then the rest are going into Big Lucy here. So.
Okay. Can I see the profile? Do you have it pulled up? Because is he wholly? Yeah, he's wholly within 12. It's the saber, 4 attacks. Yeah. Okay, you're good. Go ahead.
Okay. 4 attacks with the saber, 4s and 3s.
4s and 4s.
Excuse me, 3s and 4s.
3s and 4s. Yeah, you're right.
3s and 4s.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hit. And then 4s. 1 at -1.
4s. Save.
D6 attacks, 5. So 4s and 5s. 2 at -1.
Force. Save 1, fail 1.
1 damage.
Take a damage. We'll fight next with the Frost Lord. He is going to pile like this. Necromancer has how many wounds left?
2.
Okay, we're going to put the Frost Spear, all of the... So the punches and kicks, Necromancer. Frost Spear, Vengorian Lord. We need to determine...
I healed from the hunger.
Sure. We have 2 hoof attacks. We'll put those into the Necromancer. So punches and kicks and 2 hoof attacks in the Necromancer. Everything else into the Vengorian Lord.
Okay.
So, first up, Frost Spear into the Vengorian Lord. And we'll use our Triumph for +1 to wound here. 2 saves, 1 rend, or 0 rend.
3s. Nope.
Alright, so that's 6 damage so far. Okay, so 3 so far. And then we have 5 wounds suffered, so we're at our top bracket, so 6 horns. And I'm all attacking here too. I didn't all out defense. I totally forgot that, but whatever. So 3s and 2s. Okay, 5 saves, 2 rend, which goes down to 1.
All right. Force.
So 3 get through, so that's 12 damage.
All right.
Okay. Then the punches and kicks into the Necromancer. 2s and 2s. 3 saves, no rend.
Saved? 1? I think it's a 6-up save. It might be a 5, though. Been a hot minute. 6-up save, so fail 2.
Okay, that's 1 damage piece.
Alright,
okay. Alright, that's my activation.
Okay. Get some fight with bats.
Okay.
Force. And force. Nothing.
Okay. I will. Let's see here. No, these guys were in combat, so they don't get to make a pile in. The fire belly is going to just pile right here. Then I will pile with the gluttons. So we'll get 3 in. Well, 4 in.
How many do those guys count as each?
2 each. So with 4 models, I have 8 models on that objective.
Well, you only have 3, but I got you.
Oh, I meant to. This guy is tippy-toeing on. Oh, okay, I don't. So I have 6 models on the objective. And the leader's not in, so 4 times 3 is actually 12. Yeah, he's dead. That's like 8 damage.
Sounds good.
Okay, then the Tyrant is going to pile in 3. And so we're saying that these guys can't pile in because they're not within 3, or?
Because they already went, right? So yeah, so it's the same situation as last time.
So is being selected to fight include a pile in? Because this ability is like a lot worse if that's truly how it works.
I mean, I don't know. I assumed it did. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. So
I think like if you were eligible, then you could
they
pile
killed
in.
her, and they weren't in combat with anybody at that point. So I guess I'll just not do their ability if they're truly unable to fight again.
Well, when you declared the ability, my Vengorian Lord was still alive.
But they were outside of 3 of them.
Of the Vengorian Lord?
Yeah.
Are you
Okay,
sure?
we'll say I used it. I used it.
I'm just not.
Yeah, I used it. You're right.
Okay.
I don't ever want to argue in a game of Sage of Sigmar.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so I'm done with combat. These guys go back down to Bravery 6 because they are not in combat. But they're fine. No one runs. So I don't get my tactic, but I do score 1-2 more.
Okay, so 3?
Yep. You're at 10. Okay, so I go up to command point. You go up to 3 command points. This falls off. I'm not trying to rush you. Just time check. We got 30 minutes till noon.
All right. All right. I'll do Intimidate the Invaders.
Gotcha.
Primal Dice. No.
Nope.
Heroic Action. I guess Heroic. Heroic Recovery, I guess.
Okay. Okay. We will go. So what's the rend on his attacks on the charge? 3?
3.
Okay, we'll go find a tower on this tyrant.
Sounds good.
Audio. All right, everybody. We got a special guest here. You want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you. I am Brian. I play with the South Bend AOS community in South Bend, Indiana, and yeah, that's what we got.
So, Brian, you have a special event coming up here soon, right?
We do. We have a 32-player, 2-day, 5-game event in South Bend, Indiana, which is kind of central. We're like about a little over 2 hours from Chicago, Indy, Lansing, and Fort Wayne.
Sweet. Right in the heart of things. As a lifelong Notre Dame fan, South Bend is the motherland, so I'm excited for that.
We're in Michigan, though, so don't speak too much.
They say that. I'm from Ohio originally, so
okay.
you know I'm everywhere. So what's the structure of the event like? So it's 5 rounds. What kind of scoring are you guys doing?
Just normal GT style.
Cool.
This is our first. It's kind of a year 0 type thing.
Oh, cool.
Going on. There's 3 couples, 6 of us that are putting it on for us. We normally do every other month 16-player events, but
Cool.
we decided to branch out and do one big one and hopefully expand from there.
Great. And so it's coming up in November?
November. So November 11th, Battle of the Bend is what it's
Okay.
called. It's on BCP already.
All right. So spots are going fast, so make sure you reach out, get those tickets, and we'll see you in South Bend. Thanks,
you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we'll move. So I'm gonna go outside to 3 of the tyrant up here.
Okay. You want me to just move him?
Yeah, that's fine. Appreciate it. Skeletons are gonna run. Alright, and then over here, Bellbats are going to move up here, toe the zone.
Okay.
These Fellbats are going to move outside of 3 of you. Actually, they're going to run. And 17. We're just going to go over to the side.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. End of movement phase. See if I bring back a unit.
Sure.
3. Nope. Go to shooting. I'm going to shoot everything into the buttons with my breath attack.
Is it a missile weapon?
There's a missile weapon.
All right. The book yellow banner gets a -1 to wound and -1 to hit.
Okay. -1 to wound and hit.
So the banner gives him -1 to be wounded by missile weapons. The Ash Cloud gives him -1 to be hit.
I just realized we completely forgot that about the battle plan, where it costs 2 to use
During the
stuff.
combat phase.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck.
Whatever. Okay. I'm gonna do it anyway.
6 attacks?
I'll attack.
Sure.
4s and 4s. Or 3s and 4s now.
Nice.
Doesn't matter. 4s. Alright, 3 at -1.
Alright, 6s. Oh.
3 damage.
Okay, we'll put 3 damage on a guy. It'll be this guy.
Alright, go to charges.
Yep.
Charge with the dragon.
Okay. Just in?
Yeah, I'll tag them both. Monstrous action. They've taken 3?
3 wounds on that model.
Alright, I'll stomp.
Okay. Okay.
3.
So 1, 2, 3.
Alright, we'll go to combat, and I'm going to put it all into your general.
Okay. So this is my combat phase. So if I use a command point right now for all defense, on a 3-up, I lose it.
Well, no, it costs.
I roll a 3-up.
It costs 2, and you.
Okay. I will attempt to use all defense. So you roll your 3-up to see if you disrupt my communication.
I do.
Okay, so I lose it because I don't have another one to spend.
We remembered stuff.
Yeah.
Hey.
The ice fields one where you take damage on charging and running. I've never remembered that once ever.
Yeah. All right. All attack.
You got it.
And then so 3s and 3. It's all going to the tyrant. So
Okay, so you're negating the Ash Cloud with the plus on attack.
So 3s and 3s.
Okay.
2 and -3.
All right, so he has a 3-up, so he's going to 6s. Save 1.
So 3 damage.
Okay, he takes 3.
Maul. Hitting on 4s. Wounding on 3s. Nope. And then claws. 4s. And 3s. Alright,
4?
4 at -1.
All right, so he's on 4s. Save 1.
So 2 damage apiece.
So that's 6.
Yep.
So he dies.
Okay.
All right, I'll attack with the Gluttons.
Sure. They're at -1 to wound.
Sure. So the leader's in there, so that's going to be this many attacks. 3s and 4s. Um, 6 saves, 1 rend.
Four up. Alright, 2.
4 damage.
Alright, take 4.
It's fine. Oh, sure. Okay. Then end of combat, we have a bite roll with the ogres.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
All right, so you score.
Well, they have battle shock, right?
These guys have 8 bravery when they're in combat,
Oh, yeah, that's true. Never
so they're good. So you score 1, and your tactic is auto accomplished. So a 3-point turn.
And priority.
Yeah, just want to show that to the camera. All right, priority. All right, I went first.
Yep.
I'll go. Okay. Okay. We're gonna do the Ogre Maw tactic of boil their bones. Pick an enemy hero within 6 inches of the empty maw pot and kill it. I will let you verify. He looks like he is a good half an inch within 6.
Okay, I believe it.
Okay. So, Primal Dice.
I got one.
Okay, I didn't. We will do heroic action of, so I'm going seconds. My general's dead, so I only get 1 command point. You get 3. I'll go for heroic leadership on the Fire Belly, which I get. And your heroic action.
Finest tower.
Okay. Alright, so now I will attempt to reestablish my Billowing Ash Cloud spell with a 7.
Are you gonna blow your? Oh, you're not gonna blow your.
No, no.
Right.
6. Okay.
It's all gone bad.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the hero phase. Movement. We're gonna have the Iron Guts move 8 onto this point. Oh, what phase are you disrupting?
Oh, good question. You have 1 command point. I'll disrupt the.
I have a heroic leadership on, so I do have 2.
I'll disrupt the charge phase.
Okay.
They're gonna redeploy.
Oh, those guys? Okay. Two. So, we are currently looking at a 4-inch charge, so it will be a 6-inch charge.
Sounds good. You can keep going. I'm just gonna move.
Okay. We're going to move the Fire Belly, his 8. So he's going to end outside of 3 of these guys. Over here. Frost Lord is going to move up to outside of 3 over here. Tyrant is going to move to outside of, well, he moves his 8. Oh, God. Right here. So he is 4-inch charge. Gluttons are going to move over here. Okay, charging. We're gonna, shooting. Tyrant is going to shoot the bats.
Sure.
1, so D3 damage, 1 damage.
Okay. 1. There you go.
Fire Belly will shoot the bats. 1 save, no rend.
6? Nope. Save? Nope.
Okay, I'll just move it to 2.
damage.
Okay, charging.
Charging.
We're going to charge with the Fire Belly.
Okay.
5. 5 dice, 5s are mortals. 3 mortal wounds.
That's pretty good.
Here's his wounds characteristic.
Yeah, save 1.
Okay.
Take 6. Up to 6, rather.
Yeah, it was at 4. Tyrant will charge. 8. Five mortal wounds.
Alright, take 5.
Okay. Frostlight will charge. 9. Threes. That is 6 mortal wounds.
Save 1, so 5. That gets me exactly.
Oh, okay.
Nice job. That's a shame. You would have fought first, too.
Yeah, I believe it. We're going to charge over here. 6 inches. 9. Now we're back to 5s because they have 3 or less models. Oh my. 6 mortal wounds.
I don't know why I must be running out of gas. It's fine, whatever. I was supposed to bring back a unit at the end of the
Okay, do it.
Sure?
Yeah, do it. Okay. Okay.
So how much mortals?
6.
6.
So 4.
2 is 4.
Alright, I'll fight first over here. I'll pile to within 2. 7 attacks. And we'll all out attack.
I'm sorry, at the start of the combat phase, they
Get guys back, sure.
They bring them all.
Okay.
You're probably going to kill them all again, but they're back for now.
Alright, that's 9 damage.
Save 2.
7 die. So 11 have been slain from the model this turn, the unit this turn.
Yes.
Okay. You can go with these bats.
Alright, why not? Pile into the fire belly, I guess, and I'll attack you with 6 attacks.
Okay. -1 to hit.
1. And no rend.
He takes it.
2 damage.
Okay. Tyrant will pile like this. Nine damage.
Right.
So far. And then.
Yeah, we'll call.
Okay.
Spot him of. What round is this? 4?
Fire belly is going to pile in this direction,
Right.
into the base of the stone horn. Okay. End of combat. Oh, these guys can fight.
Okay.
And this guy has 3 wounds on him.
I guess it matters then.
Yeah.
4 attacks, 4s and 3s. 1 at -1.
5s. We're good. End of combat. I'm going to bite over here for 2 mortal wounds.
Save 1.
Okay. So that means the model has lost 12 units.
Yeah, they're going to auto pass it.
Okay, sure. All right, so we get our tactic and 1-2 more.
Let's get another
So you are currently at 13. I am at 16, and I'm on track to deny your grand strategy and get my grand strategy, which is I can move these guys. They're going to run into your territory. This guy's going to run into your territory. These guys are going to run into your territory.
Yeah.
I will control that grave site. This guy will control this grave site. This guy will run over here, take this grave site.
Yeah. Do you have? I'm assuming you have battle tactics you can complete too. Because I've got at least two.
These guys are going to go over here. This guy will actually just go this way, and those guys will get surrounded and destroy.
Okay.
Because either you
can't with the movement, right?
Either they retreat or die in this combat phase on your turn 4, and then on my 5th turn they'll just run over that way. Just like even if the 1 model survives.
Right. Okay. Well, okay. So let's say, just for the sake of it, I deny your battle tactic. The most I can get is 2, probably.
For a tactic.
Well, I guess if you're running off the points, I mean...
I'm running off the point on turn 5.
I run on the point, right?
Yeah, I'm running off the point on turn 5 to get surrounded and destroy.
Yeah, okay. So you're at 16, I'm at 13?
Yeah.
5, 5, 3?
Yeah.
So I hypothetically go to 15.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you probably got me here.
Okay, so you're at 15. What's your last round tactic? Like, what are these guys doing? How are you getting your tactic
so
turn 4?
I could get surrounded and destroyed, keep bringing stuff back is the idea.
Okay, so roll your turn 4, bring back.
Sure. 3 up. Got
okay,
it.
So you got surround and destroy.
Yeah.
So you get that, go to 15.
Yeah.
On my turn, let's say you deny me my tactic, but I get 1, 2 more, so that's a 3-point turn. So I go up to 19. On your turn, what are you doing? So these guys are over here.
Yeah.
There's skeletons somewhere.
I pick Callous Overlord and I charge something into your big ass ogres so they die.
Oh.
For my battle tactic.
Okay, so you get your tactic. So you're at 17. I get my grand strategy. I go to 21. You do not.
You deny my grand strat, but even if you didn't, I still wouldn't have enough to beat you.
Yes. Good game, sir.
That was fun.
Very good game.
Great game, guys.
Grand strat takes 22. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I can do math.
22 to 17 we're ending on?
Yeah.
Good game, man. That was a
very good game.
That was...
All right, so there you have it. That's the end of round 4 at the Michigan GT. Meat Fist Ogres, piloted by Gabriel, are going to take it 21 to 20 or 21 to 17 at the end of the game. Just a crazy matchup, a really, really fun match to watch. So thanks for joining us. Once again, hit that subscribe button. We'll be back with round 5, the championship here at the AOS Championships of Michigan GT. We're looking forward to it, and we look forward to seeing you there. So we'll see you soon. Thanks.